Welcome to your ultimate Kenya travel guide, where the magic of wildlife, the richness of tribal culture, and the wisdom of local experience come together to create something unforgettable. This isn't just a list of places to go or things to see, it's a guide to immersing yourself in the soul of Kenya, the land, the people, and the rhythm. Whether you're coming on your first humanitarian trip, a safari, or a cultural adventure, this guide is for you. You'll likely land in Nairobi, the capital, and a city pulsing with movement. Markets overflow with produce and handcrafted goods. Matatus fly past with music thumping. And modern skyscrapers rise along the traditional street vendors. Start your journey at the Giraffe Center or David Sheldrick Wildlife Trust to meet rescued giraffes and baby elephants. Then you possibly head into Nairobi National Park, just outside the city center. Where else can you see wild rhinos with a skyline backdrop? Here's your first tip. Nairobi is more than a layover. It's a cultural immersion. 2 hours from Nairobi, you can visit Lake Naivasha, a freshwater lake ringed by acacia trees and teeming with bird life. Glide past hippos on a guided boat ride, or walk among giraffes on Crescent Island, a quiet sanctuary where you can walk freely among wildlife. This is a great stop for rest and reflection, especially if you're with 100 Humanitarians International. We sometimes pause here between projects for some quiet lakeside connection. Next, head to Lake Nakuru National Park, known for its pink flamingo flocks and as a sanctuary for endangered black and white rhinos. You'll also see giraffes, zebras, baboons, and leopards among the acacia groves. It's smaller than the Mara, but rich with biodiversity and easier to navigate for a quick day or overnight trip. Quick insider tip, go early in the day and catch the morning light and see animals at their most active. On the western edge of the country lies Kisumu, a city on the shores of Lake Victoria. Few tourists make it this far, but it's absolutely worth the journey. Here, you'll encounter local tribes known for their fishing culture, music, and deep community roots. 100 Humanitarians International occasionally visit this region for leadership camps and women's empowerment projects. Take a boat ride to explore the lake's islands or visit the Kisumu Museum for an insightful look into the Luo traditions. Most visitors associate Kenya with the Masai, and for good reason. They are incredibly visible in tourism. But Kenya is home to over 40 tribes, each with its own language, dress, and traditions. With 100 Humanitarians International, you might also meet the Kalenjin people, famous for their long-distance running and strength. Or you may be invited to a Luya community gathering rich with song, dancing, and shared meals. Each tribe holds unique wisdom, and the opportunity to learn from them is sacred. Here's some cultural tips. Ask questions. Listen deeply. Don't photograph without permission. True connection begins with respect. Of course, no Kenya travel guide would be complete without the Masai Mara. Come during the Great Migration, which is typically between July and October, to witness millions of wildebeest, zebras, and gazelle cross the plains, and sometimes catch the crossing over the Mara River, with the animals dodging crocodiles in a dramatic fight for survival. Stay in tented camps or at our exclusive 100 Humanitarians International guest house, where you'll have the comfort of home and the richness of a true cultural exchange. Here, safaris are just the beginning. You'll bead with Masai mamas, build garden towers with local families, and share stories around the fire under a canopy of stars. If you're lucky, you'll receive a tribal name, a gesture of deep welcome that comes with responsibility. It's not just symbolic, it's a spiritual assignment. You'll learn how people live in traditional homes, mud huts with thatched roofs, no electricity, no running water, and yet full of life, purpose, and joy. And you'll be reminded that happiness is not tied to things, but to people. Meals are often communal and hearty. Ugali, a stiff maize porridge, is the national staple, served with sukuma wiki, collard greens, beans, or meat. In the West, try tilapia from Lake Victoria, or sample nyama choma, roasted goat or beef in Nairobi. Don't skip the chapati, Kenya's take on flatbread, or the mandazi, a slightly sweet fried treat. Here's a tip for you. Eat with your hands when invited. It's part of the experience. Currency, the Kenyan shilling, is easy to exchange. Cash is king in rural areas. Safety, travel with a trusted group like 100 Humanitarians International for security and deeper access. Health, drink bottled water, take malaria precautions, pack sunscreen, bug spray, and rehydration salts. Time, Kenya runs on Kenyan time. Be flexible and you'll enjoy the ride more. So why travel to Kenya now? Because Kenya is calling, not just with wildlife, but with wisdom. Not just with landscapes, but with legacy. You'll see lions, but you'll also meet leaders. You'll hike through forest, but you'll also plant gardens with women who are changing the future. With 100 Humanitarians International, you don't just visit Kenya, you become part of its story. Visit 100humanitarians.org to explore upcoming expeditions, learn about more sustainable impact, and find a Kenya experience that will awaken your soul.